Look around you. Life isn't fair. People cheat, betray, and manipulate, and most never see it coming. But what if you could? What if you could move like a shadow, think 10 steps ahead, and make the world play by your rules without them even knowing? Welcome to Machiavelli's Code. Today we're diving into a world most people fear to explore, the world of true power. How Machiavelli would outsmart everyone. His 21 rules. They never teach reveals the hidden strategies the masters of influence have used for centuries. In this video, we'll uncover Machiavelli's 21 rules of power. Rules they never teach in schools. Rules that separate the manipulators from the manipulated. Watch closely, because once you master these, people will never see you the same way again. If you're ready to step out of the ordinary and into true influence, hit like, subscribe to Machiavelli's Code, and turn on notifications. Let's begin. 1. Never reveal everything. In a world that glorifies exposure, mystery has become a forgotten art. Everyone wants to be seen, to be understood, to be known. But the more you reveal, the more you give others power over you. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. He knew that silence is not weakness, it's strategy. When people can't read you, they can't predict you. When they can't predict you, they fear you. Let them wonder what you're thinking. Let them guess what you'll do next. Because the moment you become an open book, you stop being the author of your own story. Your silence is your armor. Your mystery is your control. The less they know, the more they respect you, and the more power you quietly hold. 2. Control your emotions or be controlled. Every time you react in anger, you hand someone the strings to your mind. Every time you act out of desperation, you show them exactly where your weakness lives. People think power comes from dominance, from shouting louder, from hitting harder. But real power is quiet. It's the man who doesn't flinch when others lose control. The one who stands still when chaos erupts around him. Your emotions are weapons, but only if you're the one holding them. Lose control, and they turn on you. Machiavelli warned rulers never to be ruled by passion. The man who can't master himself will always serve someone who can. The calm man is the most dangerous presence in any room. You can't manipulate him. You can't predict him. You can't even understand him. He's untouchable, because nothing inside him is easy to move. When the world tries to provoke you, don't react. Observe. When they insult you, don't defend. Understand. Let your silence unnerve them. Let your stillness speak louder than your rage ever could. The storm is loud, but it always passes. Be the one who stands when it's gone. 3. Make people need you. Loyalty is an illusion. It fades the moment it's no longer convenient. But dependency, that's real power. When people rely on you to win, to survive, to move forward, they won't risk losing you. If they can live without you, they eventually will. But if their progress, their peace, or their power depends on you, they'll guard you like oxygen. That's how control is built, not through affection but through necessity. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. He knew that being loved is unpredictable, but being needed is strategic. Love can turn into envy, admiration can turn into resentment. But need keeps people loyal, even against their will. Make yourself the pillar that holds up their ambitions, the source they turn to when things collapse. Become so valuable that your absence feels like chaos. That's when power shifts quietly in your favor, without threats, without noise. Don't chase loyalty. Build dependency. Because the moment people realize they can't replace you, they'll never risk crossing you. Power doesn't belong to the one who's adored. It belongs to the one the world cannot function without. 4. Master the mask. The world is a stage, and every person you meet is performing a role. Some play the victim, others play the hero. But the ones who rise above it all are the ones who understand the game. They wear masks, not to deceive, but to survive. Show your true self too soon, and the world will tear it apart. People don't attack what they don't understand. They attack what they can define. That's why the wise never expose their full truth. They reveal fragments, never the whole. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. He'd smile at his enemies while studying their every weakness. He'd appear harmless while quietly setting the board for victory. His greatest weapon wasn't his sword. It was his ability to hide his intent behind charm and calm. The mask is not a lie, it's armor. It protects your vision from the noise of envy and doubt. It allows you to move through the world unseen, while others reveal too much and fall too soon. Learn to control perception. Let people think they know you, while you operate from the shadows. Because the one who can wear any face, yet remain unchanged beneath it, that's the one who holds true power. 5. Move first. Always. Power is impatient. It doesn't linger for the cautious, the hesitant, or the polite. Opportunities slip through your fingers the moment you pause to think about them. The world rewards the bold, the decisive, the ones who act while others are still calculating. The first strike isn't just an attack. It's a statement. It sets the rules, defines the pace, and forces everyone else to respond to your move. Waiting for the right moment often means waiting too long. By the time you decide, someone else has already claimed what could have been yours. Machiavelli understood this instinctively. It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver, he said. Strike first, and you control the narrative. Strike first, and your enemies are forced to play on your terms. Strike first, and the world bends quietly to your rhythm. The ones who hesitate are always reacting. The ones who move first create the reality everyone else must navigate. Timing is more than strategy. It's dominance. Calculated, ruthless, precise. Don't wait. Don't question endlessly. Don't allow hesitation to steal your power. Be the one who moves when the moment is fleeting, who acts while others tremble. Because those who strike first don't just win, they define the game itself. 6. Protect your reputation like your life. Your name is more than a word. It's currency. It opens doors, commands attention, and creates influence before you even speak. One look at you, and the world decides what kind of person you are, whether to fear, respect, or dismiss you. Reputation is fragile. A single misstep, a careless word, or a rumor whispered at the wrong time can shatter it in an instant, and once it's gone, no amount of effort can fully restore it. That's why the powerful treat their name as if it were a fortress, impenetrable, untouchable, unquestionable. Machiavelli knew that perception is reality. People act on what they believe, not what is true. A man thought weak will be treated as weak. A man seen strong will command obedience. Protect the story others tell about you, because it often carries more weight than the truth itself. Guard your image relentlessly. Avoid unnecessary conflict that tarnishes your name. Let silence, discretion, and calculated action shape how the world sees you. Your reputation is your first line of defense and your deadliest weapon. When people respect your name, they respect you. When your reputation stands unbroken, even your enemies hesitate. Lose it, and you are exposed. Keep it, and you are untouchable. Your legacy begins with the protection of what others think of you, because perception always precedes power. 7. Keep your plans invisible. Every word you speak, every hint you drop, is ammunition for someone else. The moment you reveal your intentions, you hand the world a roadmap to block you, to outmaneuver you, to steal what could have been yours. Announcing your plans is handing over your power before the game even begins. The truly powerful understand this. They act like shadows, silent, unseen, untraceable. Their moves are deliberate, their timing flawless, and by the time the world even notices, the outcome is already decided. The world applauds results, but it never applauds foresight, patience, and strategy. And that's exactly why these traits are lethal weapons. Machiavelli knew that secrecy isn't deception. It's survival. The fewer people know about your next step, the fewer have the chance to interfere. Let them guess. Let them speculate. Let them underestimate you. The uncertainty you cultivate becomes a shield and a sword. It keeps enemies uneasy and allies alert, always responding to you, never predicting you. Power doesn't announce itself. It reveals itself only when victory is undeniable. Speak less. Plan more. Move quietly. Let every action catch the world off guard, because the man who strikes from the shadows is untouchable, unstoppable, and always 10 steps ahead. Control your plans, and you control the game. Keep them invisible, and no one will ever see you coming. 8. Use absence as a weapon. Being everywhere is the fastest way to become invisible. When you're always available, your value erodes. People take you for granted. Presence becomes ordinary, and ordinary is ignored. Disappear on purpose. Step away from the noise. Let your absence create a hole they feel in their chest. Curiosity turns into respect. The fewer the sightings, the heavier each return becomes. Your silence stops being empty. It becomes a demand. This is not childish gamesmanship. It's control. The rare moment you choose to appear will carry more power than 1,000 small appearances. A well-timed withdrawal makes people measure their dependence on you. It reveals who truly cares, who simply consumes, and who will bend to keep you close. Machiavelli would treat presence like a scarce resource, doled out only when it serves the strategy. He'd vanish not from weakness, but from purpose. The people who chase attention burn out. The person who cultivates absence grows irresistible. Use absence to sharpen desire, to test loyalty, to build suspense. Return with weight. Speak with impact. Move like someone who was missed. When you show up after silence, the room rearranges itself around you. Your influence arrives before you do. Make absence an art. Let your invisibility become their calculation. In the game of power, being missed is as deadly as being feared. 9. Turn enemies into fuel. Every insult, every betrayal, every whispered plot against you. It's not a setback. It's raw material. A lesson. A weapon waiting to be forged. The world will always throw obstacles in your path, but the difference between the weak and the powerful is what you do with them. Enemies are your greatest teachers. Their hate exposes your vulnerabilities. Their attacks show where your strength is feared. Their doubt reveals how high you've already risen. Every attempt to block you, every effort to bring you down, contains the blueprint for your next move. Study it. Learn from it. Let it refine you. Machiavelli knew that power doesn't just survive opposition. It thrives on it. The smart turn resistance into momentum. The bold transform adversity into strategy. While others burn with anger, the powerful distill focus, patience, and precision from every attack. Fuel your ambition with their envy. Let their attempts to stop you become the energy that propels you higher. Their noise becomes your rhythm. Their hate becomes your compass. Their opposition, your leverage. When you stop fighting against enemies and start learning from them, nothing can halt your rise. Every challenge becomes a ladder, every rival a stepping stone. Power doesn't crush enemies out of spite. It uses them to sharpen itself, to grow invisible strength that moves in silence, and to become untouchable. Turn enemies into fuel. Burn brighter, move higher, rise unstoppable. 10. Reward loyalty, but never depend on it. Loyalty is fragile. It bends, it breaks, it shifts with opportunity and circumstance. Someone standing beside you today can vanish tomorrow when a better offer, a greater advantage, or a hidden desire appears. Human nature is self-interest disguised as devotion. The wise understand this. They honor loyalty without surrendering to it. They recognize faithful allies, reward those who prove trustworthy, and acknowledge the rare few who stand unwavering. Yet they never allow comfort to dull vigilance. Dependence on loyalty is a trap. It's a soft cage that leaves power in the hands of others. Machiavelli would never mistake allegiance for security. He would build systems, skills, and influence that made him indispensable. So even if loyalty wavered, his power remained unchallenged. Trust leverage, not promises. Make others need you, depend on you, and act through necessity rather than sentiment. This is the currency that endures when feelings fade. Reward loyalty strategically. Give recognition, small victories, access to influence, but never enough to make you vulnerable. Keep your circle useful, focused, and accountable. If someone betrays, act decisively and replace them quietly. Don't plead, don't rage, don't falter. The game doesn't pause for betrayal. It accelerates. Master loyalty as a tool, not a crutch. Protect yourself while honoring others. The person who navigates allegiance wisely moves untouchable, respected, and always in control. Reward loyalty, respect it, but never let it define your security. Power belongs to the one who plans beyond trust. 11. Keep people competing for you. Comfort kills ambition. The moment people feel secure, they stop striving. They stop innovating. They stop trying to impress. Security breeds complacency, and complacency breeds weakness. If you want influence, you must create tension, subtle, calculated, unavoidable. When people compete for your attention, your approval, your favor, they operate at their sharpest. Their minds are active, their skills are honed, their efforts are relentless. Competition keeps them alert, keeps them striving, keeps them under your invisible control. You become the standard, the prize, the measure that drives them to outperform themselves. Machiavelli understood this instinctively. People move faster, think smarter, and fight harder when they sense they might be replaced. The powerful don't hand out security. They create desire through challenge, scarcity, and opportunity. They let people chase, strive, and prove themselves without ever revealing that the game is under their control. This isn't cruelty. It's strategy. It's subtlety. A small nod here, a quiet withdrawal there. Enough to remind people they are valued, yet not guaranteed. The uncertainty sparks effort. The reward motivates. The fear of being replaced sharpens loyalty and focus simultaneously. Keep your circle alert. Let competition fuel excellence. Make them work for your respect, your trust, your favor. Because when people compete, they elevate. But it's you who stays untouchable, invisible, and in command of the game. Control the contest. Control the outcome. Remain the prize they cannot take for granted. 12. Silence is a weapon. Words are fragile. They spill your thoughts, your fears, your intentions. Every sentence you speak is a doorway for others to enter your mind, to predict your next move, to manipulate you. The more you talk, the less control you hold. Words are chains. Silence is freedom. Silence is more than absence of speech. It is a strategy. It unsettles. It intimidates. When you speak less, people are forced to fill the gaps with their own assumptions, their own fears, their own projections. In their guessing, you become larger, more powerful, more untouchable. They reveal themselves while you remain unseen. Machiavelli knew the power of the unsaid. He understood that a pause, a calm expression, a measured nod carries more influence than 1,000 declarations. Silence builds anticipation. It commands attention. It makes people lean forward, desperate to understand, desperate to please, desperate to predict what they cannot. The wise use silence to dominate conversations without speaking. In negotiations, a quiet man bends others to his will. In conflict, he unsettles opponents by withholding the obvious. In life, he becomes a shadow people cannot read, unpredictable, unmovable, and always ahead. Silence is not weakness, it is armor. It is a weapon that makes others reveal their own strategies while you remain untouchable. Speak less. Watch more. Let the world guess. In that space, power is yours. 13. Crush threats before they grow. A tiny spark left unchecked can burn down the strongest fortress. A minor rival, a whispered insult, a subtle act of defiance. If ignored, it grows. Threats, like weeds, expand silently until they are impossible to control. The powerful see them early. They don't wait. They act. Machiavelli understood that hesitation is deadly. The moment you allow a threat to mature, it gains strength, allies, and momentum. Waiting for the right moment is a luxury the ambitious cannot afford. The decisive strike, executed with precision and speed, prevents future battles from becoming disasters. Powerful men move quietly, invisibly, surgically. They remove threats before anyone notices, neutralizing danger while preserving appearances. There is no need for drama, no need for anger, no need to justify action. Timing and certainty are the weapons. The weaker debate, react, and linger. The strong act. Every rival, every obstacle, every doubter is a lesson in vigilance. Study them, understand them. Identify the moment when action is cheapest and most effective. Strike then, early, fast, decisive. Let them never realize the danger until it is already behind them. Machiavelli would crush the problem while it is still small, unseen, and manageable. Those who wait are consumed by the very weeds they ignored. True power is vigilance, decisiveness, and the ability to act before opportunity slips. Eliminate threats quietly. End problems before they learn to stand. Remain untouchable. 14. Choose battles that build, not break you. Life is filled with provocations, petty conflicts, and endless noise. Most people dive headfirst. reacting to every insult, every challenge, every minor setback. They expend energy on battles that leave them exhausted, frustrated, and no closer to their goals. The weak fight constantly, the wise choose carefully. Power lies in discernment. Winners understand which battles matter, and which are traps disguised as significance. Every moment you spend reacting to trivialities is a moment stolen from building your empire, sharpening your mind, or strengthening your influence. Control isn't about fighting every war. It's about fighting the right ones. Machiavelli observed that the strongest rulers never wasted themselves on inconsequential skirmishes. They conserve their energy, focus on moves that elevate their position, and allow the small players to exhaust themselves on meaningless quarrels. Silence, patience, and timing become weapons more powerful than anger or aggression. The truly powerful act strategically. They measure the cost, the reward, and the impact before engaging. They know that reacting to every slight only signals weakness and gives others the illusion of control. Walking away is not cowardice. It is mastery. It demonstrates that you decide the stakes, the rules, and the battles worth fighting. Choose wisely. Let trivial conflicts slide. Engage only in struggles that advance your purpose, strengthen your influence, and protect your power. In doing so, you remain unshakable, focused, and always steps ahead of those who are trapped in endless reaction. Real strength lies in restraint, strategy, and the ability to let the world burn around you while you move forward unscathed. 15. Appear strong, even when you're not. The world doesn't respond to truth. It responds to perception. People don't measure your reality, they measure your presence. Confidence is a force. It shields, it intimidates, it opens doors. Even when you feel fractured inside, you must move like a mountain, unshakable, immovable, untouchable. Machiavelli knew that vulnerability invites attack. Weakness, even if hidden, is sensed by others like a scent. Those who appear strong, even in chaos, bend the world to their will. Strength is not always about muscle, wealth, or position. It is the projection of unyielding resolve. A calm voice, a measured step, a steady gaze can silence doubt and command obedience. The truly powerful master the art of the facade. They carry storms within, but their exterior is a fortress. They suffer in private, recover in silence, and present themselves as impervious to fear, loss, and betrayal. People respect what they cannot break, fear what they cannot understand, and follow what seems eternal. Appearances shape reality. The confident mask becomes armor, guiding perception while hiding strategy. Even when the world believes you are untouchable, you are learning, adapting, and growing beneath the surface. Your internal battles remain invisible, your external authority unquestioned. Stand firm, speak calmly, move deliberately. Strength, whether felt or only seen, commands respect. The world bows to those who appear unstoppable, even if their power is still being forged within. Confidence is the weapon. Master it, and no one will dare challenge you. 16. Build in the shadows. True power grows quietly. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't beg for attention. Those who brag, boast, and flaunt their strength are the first to fall because they reveal their hand before their foundation is secure. The world rewards patience, strategy, and subtlety. Machiavelli understood this instinctively. He never sought applause. He worked in the shadows, carefully crafting alliances, accumulating resources, and sharpening influence while the world remained distracted. Every connection, every skill, every step was deliberate, silent, invisible, a storm brewing unnoticed. By the time others realized the game had shifted, it was already over. The powerful move unseen, striking only when success is guaranteed. They let others chase fleeting recognition, while they quietly construct empires that endure. Brilliance, hidden behind calm, invisible preparation, is unstoppable. The shadows are not a place of fear. They are a place of strength. They conceal intention, protect strategy, and allow growth free from interference. In silence, you observe enemies, anticipate moves, and prepare responses before threats arise. Every quiet hour, every private conversation, every unseen decision strengthens your position. Build patiently, move deliberately. Let the world underestimate you. When you finally step into the light, victory is inevitable. The quiet rise is the deadliest rise, unstoppable, untouchable, and unforgettable. Machiavelli mastered the shadows. Learn from him, and you will too. 17. Let fear do the work. Love inspires loyalty, but it is fragile. People forget, betray, and turn when it suits them. Fear, however, is steady. It commands attention, respect, and obedience without constant reminders. The powerful understand this truth. Admiration is temporary. Hesitation is control. Machiavelli knew that the subtle threat of consequence wields more power than constant enforcement. You don't need to shout, threaten, or dominate. You only need to be someone whose crossing feels costly, whose boundaries are unmistakable, whose presence alone inspires caution. That quiet tension shifts the balance of power without a single word. Fear is not cruelty, it is a tool. A raised eyebrow, a pause in conversation, a calm reaction to provocation. These small gestures create ripples of uncertainty. People second-guess themselves, measure their moves, and subtly defer to your authority. You become the invisible hand guiding their choices, without them even realizing it. Power thrives where hesitation lives. Those who hesitate, who weigh the risk of defiance, are already under your influence. Let love, admiration, or charm be the surface. Let fear, restraint, and respect be the foundation. The combination is irresistible. Command without overexertion. Lead without exhausting yourself. Let fear do the work, quietly, consistently, invisibly. Machiavelli mastered it, and in doing so, turned hesitation into absolute control. Follow the same path, and others will bend without realizing it, leaving you untouchable in ways that admiration alone could never achieve. 18. Control the flow of information. Knowledge is power, but only if you decide who receives it and when. In every game, business, politics, or life itself, the one who controls information controls the outcome. The loudest voices are often the weakest, giving away their leverage with every word. The wise move quietly, deliberately, selectively. Machiavelli understood that people can't fight what they don't fully understand. Information is a weapon, a shield, and a leash. Feed others fragments, hints, or partial truths, just enough to guide their actions, shape their perception, and protect your strategy. Reveal too much, and your enemies gain the advantage. Reveal too little, and you risk confusion. The art is balance, subtlety, and timing. Control is invisible. It hides behind gestures, conversations, and carefully crafted appearances. Those who think they know everything are easy to manipulate. Those who believe they see the whole picture are walking into traps. By shaping what others understand, you shape reality itself. Their decisions, their fears, their hopes, all become instruments in your hands without them realizing it. Every meeting, every conversation, every piece of information is a move in a larger game. Share wisely. Conceal strategically. Let others chase shadows while you strike at the truth. By mastering the flow of information, you remain several steps ahead, untouchable, and always in control. Machiavelli's greatest secret was not just strategy. It was perception itself. Follow it, and the world bends to your direction. 19. Cut off weakness without mercy. Weakness is contagious. Left unchecked, it spreads like fire, devouring focus, momentum, and power. In others, it manifests as laziness, envy, disloyalty. In yourself, it shows as doubt, fear, or indecision. Tolerate it, and it will consume everything you've built. Machiavelli knew that the world has no patience for weakness. Survival, influence, and success demand clarity and ruthlessness. Every person you allow to drain your energy, every habit you indulge that softens your resolve, every fear you let fester, these are cracks in your armor. They are opportunities for the world to exploit you. Cut ruthlessly, but strategically. Remove distractions, toxic influences, and unnecessary burdens. Surround yourself with those who sharpen you, challenge you, and elevate your game. Let mediocrity exist elsewhere. It has no place in the circle of power. Likewise, attack weakness in yourself. Confront every insecurity, every hesitation, every destructive pattern before it paralyzes your potential. Strength is cultivated through discipline, vigilance, and decisive action. The moment you accept weakness, you give the world permission to dominate you. The moment you purge it, you take control. Machiavelli's lesson is brutal but simple. Survival belongs to the relentless. Those who hesitate, compromise, or tolerate soft spots are left behind. Destroy weakness quietly. Destroy it swiftly. In doing so, you forge an unbreakable foundation, untouchable, respected, and prepared for every challenge. The world only respects power, and power belongs to those who never allow weakness to exist. 20. Stay unpredictable. Predictability is a trap. Once the world learns your patterns, it learns how to control you. Every routine, every repeated gesture, every expected move is a key handed to those who would manipulate or outmaneuver you. The predictable are easy to read, easy to corner, and easy to defeat. Machiavelli understood that true power thrives in mystery. When no one can anticipate your next move, hesitation spreads. Your enemies overthink, stumble, and misstep. Your allies watch, intrigued, unsure how to earn your favor. Your presence becomes weighty, your intentions untouchable, and every action carries amplified impact. Change your pace, shift your timing, alter your approach. Speak when silence is expected, vanish when presence is demanded. Make decisions that surprise, strategies that confuse, and reactions that unsettle. The mind that cannot predict yours bows to it, willingly or not. Unpredictability is not chaos. It is calculated freedom. It is the art of keeping the world off balance while you move with purpose. The silent pause, the sudden pivot, the unexpected strike. Each moment fuels respect, fear, and authority. The more uncertain you are, the more control you command. Those who stay predictable are enslaved by expectation. Those who master unpredictability write the rules. Keep them guessing. Keep them uneasy. Keep them watching. Mystery is armor. Mystery is weapon. Mystery is power. Machiavelli's lesson is clear. Let the world never see the real shape of your mind, and it will bend to every stroke you paint. 21. Leave a legacy, not noise. The world is full of noise. People shout, compete for attention, and chase fleeting applause. But power, true power, is never measured by the volume of your presence. It is measured by the lasting impact you leave behind. The loud are forgotten. The subtle, the strategic, the deliberate, they echo through time. A legacy isn't created in moments of spectacle. It is forged in patience, in calculated decisions, in actions that ripple long after your voice has faded. The empire you build, the influence you cultivate, the systems you create, these outlast applause, envy, and fleeting recognition. Machiavelli understood this. He knew the most formidable rulers were not those who yelled the loudest, but those whose intentions, moves, and decisions shaped generations. Their presence was quiet, their power invisible, their influence unstoppable. They planted seeds that grew while others slept, unaware of the foundations being laid beneath them. Leave noise behind. Ignore the fleeting admiration of the crowd. Build something that survives absence, criticism, and time. Let your work speak when you are gone. Let your strategy unfold even when eyes are elsewhere. True immortality is the echo of your choices, the legacy of your power, and the world shaped in ways it never saw coming. In the end, the loud die forgotten. The powerful live forever. Leave a legacy, not noise. Now you've seen Machiavelli's 21 rules, a blueprint for power that most will never understand. Remember, power isn't about noise. It's about strategy, patience, and precision. Start applying these rules today. Move silently, act deliberately, and let the world wonder how you always stay 10 steps ahead. If this video opened your eyes, smash that like button, subscribe to Machiavelli's Code, and comment below. I don't chase power. I become it. Share your thoughts. Which rule are you going to master first? The world is a game, and now you know the rules. Play wisely.